What's up, y'all? So today I'm doing a detailed wig install step by step. This wig is from YOLISSA hair. I'm going to be showing you all of my tips and tricks that I do to get a flawless and natural looking install. So if you're ready to learn how to slay, keep watching.
What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that like stocking.
So this is how the wig came straight out the box. It already had curls in it. It was already bleached and plucked, but I did decide to wash it and blow dry it out. I did bleach it just a little bit more to my liking, but I did not have to pluck it anymore because it literally was already plucked to perfection. This wig was so full and thick, like it was literally perfect. So the first thing I do is I use Fantasia spritz and I just spray it all over the hairline, and I'm just going to take my hot comb. I also sell these hot combs. They go up to 500 degrees, and I'm just going to hot comb the hairline back. I like to do this before I put my wig on because I like for everything to be neat and out of the way, and I kind of like to just see, how it's going to look before I put it on my head. So I'm just going to continue hot combing the rest of the wig, and I'm going to let y'all see how it turns out so y'all can see how well this wig was plucked to perfection. So again, this is how it turned out. Remember, I did not pluck this wig. It came like this, okay? The link is in my bio for this wig also. This is the shade that I use, Ruby Kisses Cream, shade 15. And I put it on my ball cap, and I'm also putting it inside the lace. And I also like to go on the outside of the lace just to tap it in, because sometimes putting it just on the back of the lace just doesn't make it like vibrant enough for me. So I just put it on the front and the back to make sure I get it to fully be the color that I need it to be. Now I am placing the wig on my head, and this is what you call frontal placement. You want to make sure you do this before you put glue on. Never just start putting glue on your head and then put the wig on. You want to make sure the wig fits correctly. You want to see how it's going to lay on your head. You want to make sure it's not too long, not too small. You just want to, get all of the factors out of the way before you actually glue the wig down. So now that I have the frontal place exactly where I need it to be, I can go ahead and cut my ear tabs off. Now, honestly, you don't have to do this before. You can also do this after. Like, sometimes I do it before, sometimes I do it after. It really doesn't make a big difference. But today, I'm just going to go ahead and get that step out of the way. And of course, I did the same thing on the other side. So after I'm done doing that, I'm just going to take some alcohol and wipe off any makeup that may be on my forehead, because I want to make sure that my lace sticks well. So now I'm going to take some skin protector. This is my skin protector from my line. You always want to make sure you put on skin protector before applying the glue. Always, 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 okay? Luckily, I've never had anyone break out from my glue, because I also sell my super laid adhesive lace glue as well, but this is important for those who have sensitive skin. So now I'm taking my lace glue and I'm going to just start applying it, and I always use 4 layers. So the amount of layers that you put depends on how long you want to keep it on. Even though I don't really plan on keeping this wig on long, I'm still going to put 4 layers on. And you really, really want to make sure that you spread my glue completely all the way. Okay, so I'm just going to keep spreading it all the way across, because if you leave it, clumped up, it's going to dry just like that. And my glue dries extremely fast, like to the point where you don't even need a blow dryer. And you're going to see that in just a second, like literally. So as you can see, I'm still spreading it. Like, I'm even going to come back across and keep spreading it and making sure that it is spread completely out the way. And as you can see, it's already pretty much turning clear, and I wasn't even done spreading it out all the way. But this is how it looks clear, and I'm just, fanning it a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and proceed to my next layer. So as you can see that it was fully clear before I started applying my next layer. So always make sure that the glue is completely clear before you start applying your next layer, okay? You don't want to have too much clumped up glue. You wanted it to actually be a layer and not you just applying glue. So I'm just going to repeat these same steps until I'm done. Also, whatever tool that you're using to apply your glue, make sure that you are cleaning that tool off with some alcohol in between each layer, because you don't want it to get too messy. You want it to be clean so that you can apply each layer. So now it's time to apply the lace. You really want to make sure you have some good lighting for this part, really for the entire install. But I am looking into a mirror right now, but you want to make sure you're pressing it right into the glue. And even if you have to place it like outside of the glue just a little bit, that's fine, but make sure you're just not placing it back too far, because you don't want glue to be outside of your lace once you cut that lace off. And we definitely don't want extra lace if we don't need it. So just take my comb and combing it into the glue. So now that it's applied, I'm really just playing around with it and seeing how I want to wear it, because I really had no clue how I was going to style this wig. And to have a pap down would have been very cute, but I decided to do something else because I don't know, I just wanted to do something else. But yeah, now it's time to cut the lace off. And what I like to do is just take some small scissors and make 2 slits, and I cut off, each 3 sections. If I'm explaining that correctly, you'll be able to see what I mean. So I cut off the side piece, and then I go in with the middle and I cut that off, and then I just go into the other side and cut that off. So it was a few pieces that didn't get completely glued down, so I just put a dot on my finger, took the end of my comb, and I'm just going in under the lace and making sure every single piece gets laid down. Now sometimes when this happens, you can kind of figure out if you need to just cut some of the lace off or if you need to glue it down, but I kind of end up having to do both. So after that, I'm going to take my spritz again, and I'm just going to spray that all across the hairline. You want to make sure you tap it in immediately, because as you can see, it can get kind of messy, but just clean it up when you're done. And you want to be as quick as you can with this as possible. And then of course, I'm going to take my lace melt band after I'm done tapping it in, and I'm going to sit up under the dryer for about 15 minutes. I like to sit in the dryer for like 15 minutes because I want to make sure it's all the way melted, okay? So y'all, this is the result after I took that band off. And baby, this is my hair, okay? Period. This mine, coming straight off the scalp, okay? So now I've parted my baby hairs out, and I just plaited them down. And I just like to take some freeze spray and an edge brush and just comb everything to the back. I told y'all I like to be really neat with everything I do. I don't need nothing in my way. And after I get done doing that, I'm going to take my lace melt band again, and I'm just going to tie it down and wrap it down again and let it melt for about 10 minutes this time. And of course, I'm going to be using my spritz again to do so. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know why I like this spray so much, but it just doesn't leave a residue. It's not really hard, to work with. It doesn't leave it all crunchy and stuff, and that's why I like using this spray so much. For the second melt, I'm going to take my Care, and I'm going to be going in the frontal part in sections and just hot combing each section to get it to lay flat and make the hair go in the direction I want it to go, because as you can see, I decided to do a side part. So for my second melt, I don't sit up under the dryer. I just do this part instead and kind of just let it dry and melt naturally on its own. So now that I'm done doing that, it's time to take the band off, and bam. So we got that second melt going. You definitely want to make sure you melt your lace multiple times, okay? One time is never enough. So now I'm just going to go ahead and undo these plaits so I can get ready to do the baby hairs. So I'm going to take my hot comb and just comb that, straighten it back out to, you know, I don't want no crinkly baby hairs. So I'm going to take my razor and just cut the baby hairs. You want to leave them kind of long. Don't cut them too short, okay? Because you can always go back and cut them shorter when they're actually done. But you definitely want to make sure you leave enough hair, you know, so you can play around with it and get it the actual length you want it to be when you're done doing them. So now I'm going to take my pencil flat iron. I'm just going to curl my baby hairs. As you can see, I curl all of my baby hairs under. I did used to curl them in the upward direction, but for some reason they just wasn't coming out to my liking when I did them upwards. But, you know, everybody has their own preference and their own way that they do them. So that's mine. So now I am just taking some freeze spray. I did initially mold these with some foam, but my camera died literally when I started doing my baby hair, so I had to put it on the charger. But once they got done molding, that's when I just take my freeze spray and my brush and I kind of just brush them out to my liking. So now I'm taking some concealer and I'm going in with that part. So as you can see, it's kind of all over the place right now, y'all. I'm not perfect when it comes to doing my own hair because I can't really see that good, especially in the back. But when I have curved parts, I like to take this touch up little mascara stick. It's not actually mascara, it's actually for like root touch up. So I get the black kind and I go in where, you know, I see it needs to be, and that's how I clean my part up and get it to look neat and, you know, just fill those areas in that needs to be filled. And the good thing is you can carry that with you at any time. So whenever you need to touch it up, you can just put it on there. So now I'm taking my Design Essentials Silk Serum and I'm putting that all throughout the hair before I start curling it. And I'm actually going to take my blow dryer and just blow dry the hair out while the serum is on there. This serum is really good for like silk presses, and it also serves as a heat protectant. But I just like to blow dry my hair out because you probably seen some people go in and like straighten the roots out before they curl. But if you just blow dry the hair out really good, you won't really have to do that step, and then it will leave the hair just extra flowy. And then this also lets the serum set in with the hair. So of course, being that we're doing curls today and we have a side part going on, I am going to go in and put some layers in the hair. I hate, and I really do not like to use that word, but I really hate doing curls without layers. It just, curls with no layers just has no shape, no volume, no type of definition to it at all. But whenever I put layers in my hair and I'm doing curls, it just looks so much better. Like, I would never do curls without layers, ever, 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 ever. Okay, so just going in, you can go in as many times as you want to, because I kept realizing like, no, I need my bang to be banging, okay? So now that I have my layers in there, now we can start curling the hair. Now, y'all gotta forgive me because my camera literally kept dying. Like, it just kept dying. So, I had to put it on charge again. So, I did go ahead and start curling before, but it just kept dying on me. Like, the closer and closer I got to almost being done with my hair, it just kept dying. And I kept taking it off because I'm like, oh my God, I need to get this footage. And I also need to go home to my child. So, we just finna, you know, keep hooking you up and taking you off until I'm done, and then I'll charge you fully when I get to the house. But yeah, so I decided to use my bigger barrels today. I do have the T3 curling iron, the smaller one, but I didn't want those size curls today. I wanted big flowy curls, so that's why I'm using my big iron curler today. And these are very, very heavy. That's why I'm going so slow. They're so heavy, and my hands was already kind of slippery from that serum. But this is how it came out. So now I'm just going to comb my curls out. And you always want to make sure you comb it back, and then make sure you comb it through the bottom to just get it flowing. I don't like to leave like the actual curls in here. I like to comb through it so we can get that flowy look, you know, that we're going for. And then you just take your comb and pull your bang back to the front. And as you can see, I'm just keep playing with it, you know, just keep combing it and playing with it as much as you like until you get it to look like how you want it to look like. And yeah, this is pretty much how it came out. I really wish I would have put a little bit more layers in it, but I'm fine with the way it came out. I'm still loving it, y'all. Like, period. So yeah, this is pretty much step by step how I do everything and my tips and my tricks that I use. Sometimes I do install my wigs differently. It just all depends on how I'm feeling that day. I use a lot of different products, but all of my products that I use are always, you know, good quality products. But if there's anything else that y'all want me to go more in depth on, whether it's baby hairs, whether it's curling, whether it's whatever it may be, make sure y'all comment below. Give me more ideas. Give me some styles y'all want to see. Let me know, because I'm ready to put out the content. I'm ready to give y'all the tea, okay? On how to look like this, on how to slay your hair like a pro. But yeah, thank y'all for watching, and I really hope y'all enjoyed this video today, and I will see y'all next time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye.